Hi, this is Theo from puckerblocks.com. Today I want to show you how I color this particular sketch that I drew on the first day of 2016. It's drawn at a shopping mall and the Christmas decorations were still there. And I drew this, so let's start. This, by the way, is a Strathmore 500 series mixed media sketchbook. They come in hardcover and softcover. I'm using a DaVinci Maestro pocket brush, and this is called watercolors. I have a cup of clean water for washing the brush. Let me show you the reference photo that I took. So this is a Christmas tree with some balls as decorations, yellow and some chrome, and there's a star at the top. Looking at the reference photo, I think I will use red colors for the t-shirts and shirts for the people standing around, and blue for the window panes, yellow for the balls, and blue for the sky as well. So let me just wet some of the colors first. I will wet Queen Gold, Yellow Ochre, Hansa Yellow, and maybe Phthalo Blue. Yep. And maybe Permanent Alizari Crimson. Let me start with yellow first. So I'm using Hansa Yellow for the balls. I did not mix much. This is the first time I'm using the Strathmore mixed media paper, and so I don't know how it's going to perform with watercolor. But this is 100% cotton, 190 GSM weight. It should do well. The thing with some paper is the surface is treated, so it takes watercolor better than some other paper, which may be thick but it's not treated or there's no sizing, so it doesn't handle watercolor as well. This is actually doing quite good. So let me just color some people. I'm going to color the ground, so maybe Permanent Alizari Crimson mixed with some Hansa Yellow. Let's see how it looks. Okay, then I'm going to color the sky. I'm using Phthalo Blue mixed with maybe a bit of Queen Gold and see how it goes. Nope, it turns green. So I'm just going to use my usual combination of phthalo and a warm red, just to make the phthalo a bit less strong. And for the windows here, I'm just going to go quite dark. For the people that are walking around, I want to have them quite dark as well. Some of them are wearing like black pants. This lady here is wearing something quite dark, but I'm just going to give her a blue wash. Same with the people at the back. The building sort of have a magenta cast over it, so that's what I'm going to do. Just give it a magenta wash over the whole thing. The paper can take watercolor, but It does have a bit of a patchy feel to it. That's the Queen Gold. I can just use Queen Gold on its own like this. It's pretty nice color. And let's mix the Queen Gold with a bit of yellow ochre. This is for the skin tone. This is a very sketchy sketch. Notice that I do not try to keep my watercolors within the black lines. Let's mix some neutral colors for the balls. Basically just to color the underside of this tree. And also some of the shadow areas like under the indent. It's actually a very cloudy day, so there's no harsh shadow. So let's mix more of the gray for the balls. So even though the reference photo doesn't show any shadow, it's a very cloudy day, I'm just going to put some shadow beneath all these people standing there so that it adds more weight to them. I think a bit of a shadow here as well. I used to be a very neat type of person. I would usually color within the lines, but recently I've geared to much more a rougher style. I find it saves a lot of time when you don't have to be so meticulous. As long as you get the impression, I think you are almost there, because you don't really need an accurate representation. You just need to have an impression that when people look at it, they understand what they are looking at. So that's more important than accuracy. It's called simplification. And then I noticed that there's no green color, so I will want to add a bit of a green, but a very dull sort of green for this part here. Again, using Payne's Gray, I'm going in to touch up maybe some parts. Especially the hair. I think I still want to touch up a bit at the top. The roof here is actually red color, that's why I left it white, so that I can color it red. And also the building in the background. There's some shadows there. Okay. Here's another overall look. Basically, I went in to touch up with some magenta on the pillars just to give it more colors. I felt that the pink wasn't as strong, so I used more magenta to make the walls a bit more colorful. I think it works. And also I darken the windows much darker, and also put in the hair, basically make people's hair even darker so that the contrast is there. I also darken these windows here as well. Usually for sketches like this, I would try to color on location, but in this case I was sitting on some ledge. I wasn't able to hold the sketchbook and the watercolor box at the same time without dropping one of them, so that's why I came home to color it. As for the sketchbook, the Strathmore 500 series, I'll put out a separate review for this, so you can check that out. I'll also post a scanned image of this in high resolution. The link will be in the video description below. If you want to see it, you just click on it. That's all for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel for more sketching videos, art book reviews, and also sketching tips and techniques. That's all. Thanks for watching. Bye.